Hey everybody, welcome to Battle Angel Gully! In the last episode we finished the motorball arc of the Battle Angel story. Arekare mo 2 nen. It's been 2 years since the end of the motorball thing where she was trying to be champion, but Jashugan became the ultimate champion in the end. So we've suddenly had a 2-year jump. That's right, since I recorded last, it's been 2 whole years. I should probably update my uploading since it's been 2 years. But yeah, I want to welcome everybody back to watching this series. It should get really interesting at this point because we're getting into some new territory in the Battle Angel story. And so this is 2 years after Motorball, so apparently, Gully has finally come home, done with her wild rampage, rejection of the world, whatever you want to call it. Gully's sort of done with her rebellion, finally. And now we have a new body. This is called the active body. So we lost our motorball body, but we have a different one here that Ito has given to us. Sadly, it doesn't have any plasma attacks, so that's a negative. So Ito seems to be pretty busy with his work. He's not doing much hunter-warrior stuff, but he's actually allowing Gully to be a hunter-warrior. So now he's kind of okay with Gully doing her hunter-warrior work, being a bounty hunter. So yeah, we're back in Gully's room, actually, from near the beginning of the game. Feels like things are at least a bit back to normal. After all the drama with Yugo and the motorball stuff and the champion, all that stuff. I guess I need to... Ooh, I have the Damascus blade already. So that's awesome. Got to re-equip everything here, apparently. Got the active body, which sadly doesn't have any plasma attacking abilities. So we'll just have to do our regular combos. I'm going to stick with this shock absorber. Haven't seen too many other extra parts, really. But I'm sure some of those will be coming up. So yeah, the story is going to start going beyond the movie and the anime pretty quick. In fact, it probably already is. But we'll just be continuing where the manga story keeps going. But yeah, I'm kind of excited. It looks cool to see Gully. She's just like in some normal jeans there. But Ito said to go ahead and go check out the Factory 33. What is this? Cyborg dog. Oh! Hey, it's the Dog Master Hunter.
And then there's McTeague, the dog master, with his hellhounds. His biggest problem is having enough left to identify after so he can collect the bounty. Oh, and then there's me, Zapan.
It's going to actually be cool to see this guy. I'm glad they I'm glad they put him into the movie anyway. He's probably one of my favorites of the bounty hunters because he's sort of unique, being mostly human, and he uses his robotic dogs as his to fight. So in a way, he uses his minions to battle, which is pretty unique, making him a pretty rare hunter. So Gully's trying to get some conversation with him here. But he doesn't seem to be saying much. just looking at us. Yeah, he didn't say a single thing. Giving us the silent treatment, huh? Gully thinks he's kind of a weird, oddball old man, but let's see what he was looking at. So he was looking at some data, you know, on the lists. Oh, we have Japan. Japan is on the wanted list. And that appears to be it. The only criminal right now. No, so that's the data the old man was looking at. So Gully's a little surprised here, wondering why Japan is suddenly uploaded and on the wanted list as a criminal. You know, since he used to be a bounty hunter, and she's curious why the old man was looking at Japan's data. Okay, so here's the new enemies we have. We have T-Head. What a lovely name. We have a Terminator-looking guy that looks like he's got some plasma. We have Creepy Doctor with a giant needle. And we have So Batman again. T-Head. What a original name. So that was the actual list of enemies. Currently the new enemies. So it's kind of nice to be back in the street area, back in like familiar territory. And like back to a normal life. Gully running around in jeans. And a tank top. Wielding that awesome Damascus blade. So I'm just going to have a look around here, see where the story takes us. But apparently this arc of the story is going to be about Japan. If people didn't know, yes, he is still alive, and he is almost kind of an arch rival for Gully. He hates her guts, but that's really his own fault. I mean, he picked a fight with her, you know, a long time ago, and she wasted him. And messed up his face, too. But he was asking for it pretty much. And we have the dog Huntmaster as part of this story, too. So this should be interesting. Oh, enemies. Been a while since I've fought normal enemies. Kick you down the stairs. Got anybody else? Anybody else? Oh. Oh, you do not shoot that green stuff at me, man. This toxic doctor. Okay, just making sure there weren't any enemies behind me. It's that OCD kicking in. Okay, so most of these areas are just, once again, for farming, doing a little bit of farming. But like I said, farming isn't really necessary in this game. You don't really have to fight tons of enemies and get tons of money to get your upgrades. In fact, I know I made a cut, but when I was at Factory 33, I looked at my money, and my money's been reset. You know, it's been 2 years. There's a 2-year interval between the last episode and this one, when Gully quit Motorball. Ooh, that was a plasma punch, man. You know, there was 2 years between the Motorball and the start of this episode. And so all my money was gone. So if you were like stocking money, if you're playing this game and like doing the Motorball races over and over again just to stock up on cash so you'd have a ton of it, that is a waste of time. I I'm telling you right now if you want to start this story, because all your money gets reset after this 2-year span. So yeah, leveling is kind of pointless and unnecessary really in this game. You just sort of play through it. Whenever you happen to meet enemies, you fight them, and there's usually enough money that you can level up your the new body each time. Not too difficult. So Gully finds this guy dead here who's a hunter, and apparently it was Zapan that did it. I don't know how she knows something with Zapan's blade. Maybe the cuts or something in him. Out of my way, lass! Huh? Here we've got the dog hunter. You're the guy I met in Factory 33. I can't really do a girl's voice. But... Fury, come here! Hey, old man, you're a hunter, right? Are you after Zapan? No response. Excuse me, Oji-san. I think Zapan is probably after me. No response. Alright, we are back in Bar, Kansas. There was a long conversation there. The old man didn't actually say anything. And hey, here's Koyomi. If you remember from like 100 episodes back, she was a little baby on the bar table there. But remember, we've had a 2-year time span, so now Koyomi, who was a baby, I think it was episode 2 or so where she appeared, she's now, a little over 2 years old, maybe close to 3 years old. Who knows? But yeah, she's a little 2-year-old kid apparently walking around on her own. We have Loud, Glory, and Fury. Those are the names of the 3 dogs. The 3 robot dogs. The cyborg Inu. And yeah, he's a veteran warrior hunter, apparently. There's Koyomi. Do kids walk that well at 2 years old? I don't know. I don't have a kid of my own, so I don't know, but she seems to be pretty mature for a 2-year-old. So the master is introducing us to the old man. His name is Madok. And he's telling his dog to be nice to Koyomi. Gully thinks he seems to be a decent person. And I went ahead and I talked to Madok here, and he had a long conversation about how Zapan is his target. He wants Gully to stay out of it, and he gave us a story that I guess Zapan murdered his daughter at some point, named Sara, probably within these 2 years. So within this 2-year this 2-year time span, something has happened. Quite a few things have happened. Zapan killed this guy's daughter, so he's after her with all his dogs. I'm sure Zapan's not going to last very long. And Zapan suddenly became on the wanted list. I guess it's because of murdering the daughter. I'm not sure why he would do that, but Shumira is here, and now she's working with Master, the owner of the store. She has a funny way of talking, Shumira. It's too bad she's not in the movie or anime or anything. She's a pretty key character and pretty interesting too. She always refers to herself in the first person with her own name. Hey, I'm just being friendly, you guys. That's so cool that they have the robo dogs in this game. I love it. I could go for like a whole story with Madok and his dogs. Alright, so I'm back in street here. And I'm looking for Zapan. This story arc is going to kind of be the Zapan vengeance arc, I suppose. Oh, got something going on here. Cutscene. There he is. Hisashiburi da na, Zapan. Long time no see. Hee hee hee. And he's freaked out. Dude, look at his face. Golly. That's right. It is I, Golly. She's like, you're still after me? After all this time? He's acting a little bizarre. It's like, I remember it. He remembers the time when we insulted him. Or made him look bad, I guess. Sara. So yeah, he definitely killed Sara. The old man's daughter. So that's why he's on the wanted list. He used a repair kit there just in case. I don't know how dangerous Zapan is after 2 years. No, he seems to be a pushover, actually. And we have the Damascus blade. Never mind, that wasn't even boss worthy. So he's freaking out, as always. Oh, there's the dog hunter. Dog master, I should say. Madoc. Kono gokiburi me. He's calling him cockroach. Yep, I guess I would consider Zapan a cockroach too. He's all freaked out. Get him off me! Get him off me! Wait, Madoc. It's like he is my target. She understands, but she wants a little bit of time, Gully says. So the dogs are going to back off. She wants to say some last words to Zapan here. It's like, do you really despise me that much? Nikui, yep, he does. It's like, Kisama no sei de, ore wa, it's all your fault. Everything is your fault. So she's like, okay, fine, I'll give you this last chance. She's gonna turn her back on him and stand there and not do anything. And if he really just wants to be satisfied with some kind of revenge, she said, while I stand here, you can do whatever you want. This is your opportunity. Madoc thinks she's crazy. He's like, he's gonna kill you if you do that. Zapan is laughing crazy. Ha 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 ha. Kuroshite yaro. I will kill you, you evil magic woman. That's the kanji, but witch, I guess, is the usual translation for those kanji. He's calling her a witch. And he just can't bring himself to do it. He's too afraid. What a pathetic guy. Yeah! Get eaten by robo-dogs. I love it. Owatta? That was it? Madoc just stands there, lets his dogs do all the work. So he has avenged Sara. May she rest in peace. We all know that's not the end of Japan, probably. Remember, in this world, as long as there's like a little bit of the brain left, you can always transplant it into like a new body or something. Uh-oh. I found something very nice. Somebody is talking about something they found. Oh, somebody found Japan's body. And they're taking it away. That's not very good, Mr. Garrison. Something bad's gonna happen. Okairi, Gari, welcome home. Ido. It's kind of nice to see them like, family again. Whereas before they were kind of distant and Ido and Gully weren't talking very much. They're talking about Japan, and she's like, she didn't, finish him off. But she's wondering, why these 2 years he's held such a grudge and, why he's always been so angry. I mean, it was his fault, to be honest. I know I said that, but, it was his fault 2 years ago. He challenged her to a duel. And she was just defending herself, Gali's heart is what makes her quite different, quite unique. Gali Irukai, are you here? So once again, the next day, it's almost like the start of the episode. He comes in and says good morning. Mondai Naiyo. She's doing okay with her outfit, her suit. So apparently, Ido picked something up here for her. Letter. Okay, so we got a letter from Umba. If you remember, he's the guy from the last episode, the Motorball arc, who is the kind of tuner and everything for Gully. And so it's been 2 years. Of course, she retired. So, curious to see what he has to say. How are you doing, Gully? Are you in good health? He's doing some new work as an engineer for a company. If you remember, he was good as a motorball engineer for the bodies and tune-ups and everything. So, yeah, that sounds like the kind of job he would be doing. And I guess he knows about Ido, too. Yeah, I guess he does, because remember, Ido was being the rival tuner for Jashugan at the time. So mentioning in the letter mostly, her quitting Motorball and how it changed his life. He used the word unforgivable there, but it's not quite as harsh as you would think it to be. Berserker body. So yeah, apparently he's got some information about Berserker body. If you remember, that's the the really dangerous high-tech body that Gully can use. So Ido's gonna go and check this out. And Gully wants to go with him, but he says he'll do it himself. So we're gonna go have a look at this Berserker body. So maybe Gully will get her Berserker body, which is way more powerful, and then I'll get my plasma attacks back. So that should be cool. But yeah, this episode was a little short, sorry for that, but I think this is a good stopping point, and when we come back, we'll see what Ido is going to be up to, and if we can get a Berserker body for Gully. That should be interesting. And what is all going on with Japan. And since we're beyond the movie now, I wanted to go ahead and end this episode with my favorite Ido movie quote. Enjoy, and we'll see you all next time. This is Ido's best part from the entire movie.
Alita,
What are you doing?
it's set up. You gotta get out of there. They're gonna kill you.
Which ones?
All of them!